The Stay-at-Home Order is a perverted, degenerate stoner podcast for nerds. Content warnings can be found in the episode descriptions.
That better?
I think so.
Does it keep it cutting?
Yeah. That seems better.
Seems better to me too.
Oh, cool. Now when you talk, I can actually hear you talk.
I can hear you talking as well.
We've cured it.
Must still be in the honeymoon phase because I still do like to hear Blade talk.
That's good.
It's all those accents.
I do too.
That's why we're fortunate enough to be playing Curse of Strahd tonight. We'll be playing Blade as Piper with a sweet, sweet Australian accent.
Are you for real?
No. Everyone just froze up and was like, no.
He was like, I am way too deep in this method.
Take the internet drop or did everybody just be still?
If you don't move, Piper can't see you.
The one eye patch. Everybody's gone.
So now it's on this eye.
Let me just flip it over. Well, last time on High Fantasy, Mycelia Nights.
What?
So I don't quite think you guys really had anything going on after escaping the cave, Frankie destroying it, caving in the rocks around the entrance, and making sure that these creatures didn't erupt out. But the situation seemed to be the only thing going on for a while. A couple of days you're able to travel without being interrupted so much. You had a couple of days of downtime. Anything that you guys were maybe thinking to do preparation-wise, or as you traveled, you're going to have some free time to kind of do some simple tasks while you're traveling.
So we're just hitting the road right now? That's it? Heading south?
Yeah, you're heading south, continuing on your travel. You get about 2 days in you. If you didn't have anything that you wanted to do, we can just move ahead to...
Well, I like to do a little bit of just upkeep and repair work, general maintenance on my weapons, make sure they're fully reloaded.
Yeah, consider that
if
everybody...
you reckon I could do any kind of
rest.
upgrades to them, I'd be mighty obliged.
Long rest.
Yeah, go ahead. So anybody that's got the, any damage or you need some spell slots left, go ahead and take yourself a long rest.
Beautiful.
Appreciate that. I don't suppose I could do any tinkering on these guns, maybe teach myself some simple engineering. Would like to add more than one shot to them eventually.
What do you have in mind for that? What do you think that would entail for... Because it sounds interesting enough that you might be able to kind of do some work, in the night. I'm sure you guys, between 2 days, you'd set up camp at least once or twice.
Well, I reckon I'd spend a lot of time looking at them and just figuring on them. You know what I mean? Just
Staring at your guns.
Just staring at them and figuring on them. Basically imagining them, and doing the kind of almost like an X-ray vision type thing. You know what I mean? Where over time, just simply staring at the guns, their mysteries are unveiled to me.
Yeah. Okay. Just roll yourself. I mean? Right. So, I would expect you to roll a really, really good wisdom roll. I'm assuming, to gather that information.
I reckon I probably will try this every time we long rest, and this time I rolled me an 8.
Yeah, fuck no. There's you're just not uncovering anything.
I still definitely spent hours just
should clean these. Or just clean these.
Staring at them. Dr. Garth would like to spend these next couple days on the road just randomly trying to build some rapport with his party, since he feels like he doesn't, kind of an outsider, but feels like Desdemona really doesn't like him for some reason. but yet she's quick to kill. So he's just trying to, maybe he's just trying to like really see what makes Desdemona tick.
So you're just like kind of like just pestering.
Yeah, not pestering, but just
Just
observing
watching
and
Some like have any
asking
like
a few
questions or
questions here and
anything?
there. I think I just would be a lot more direct and kind of say like, "What's your story? Like, tell me more about your time, the time you served. Why?"
I didn't. That's why I'm here. So that I didn't have to sit in jail.
What'd you get caught for though? Like, what's your crime?
Wrong place, wrong time. Pissing off the wrong people.
I get that.
I deal in information, and I had a choice of jail or this fiasco, so here we are.
I totally get that. That was my choice too.
What'd you do?
I did things that people didn't like, I'll say that, and it wasn't, I thought I was trying to do it for the better of all, but others felt that I did the wrong thing. But hey, here we are. Same choice I had, prison or come out here and do this.
Were you digging up? Were you a grave robber?
No, I more or less supplied the graves, if you know what I'm saying.
Feeding the dirt.
Fed the dirt, yes, ma'am. How did you feel when you took that baby? When you took that bird out, mama bird?
Terrible. And
What
if
made
our
you do that?
other friend hadn't been so quick to kill her babies, I might not have. It just seemed like the only way to proceed at the time. It just didn't seem like anything good was going to happen if we didn't.
So you did it for the greater good of this party?
I think so.
He's still looking at his gun.
Frankie, what are you doing during all this? It seems like there's a conversation going on, and Trout is so enveloped in his guns that he's not even noticing anything else.
Yeah, I have an herbalism kit, and I imagine I would be trying to find ingredients to make potion of healing.
I got some salt if you need it.
Hmm? Give me a survival roll for your scavenging and see what
Okay.
like if you can get the ingredients for that.
Oh, 20.
Oh, absolutely able to scrounge up enough to make a good potion.
Hell yeah.
Come in
Okay.
handy as you're traveling on.
How do you feed your raccoon? Do you still have a raccoon?
Yes. I told Kyle he has to show up, and I am leaving behind little snacks for him.
Just checking. I just
So
wanna
there's
make
been
sure.
a
Is he
hefty
feral?
red trail.
He's a wild raccoon, but he hangs with me.
That's dope.
You keep that pest away from my stuff. He's a wild raccoon. I don't want him here.
What's his
Millions of
name?
holes in my holsters.
He's cool, and I will kill you over him, so...
All right.
Duly noted.
Trout, as you're staring at your guns one night and just perusing the barrels and the stock and all the components, unbeknownst to you, a small critter is looking over your shoulder, gazing at these weapons himself. And he's just kind of sniffing the air, just... Nice. Real nice. He should sound like Rocket Raccoon.
Does he talk?
No, it's an
No.
actual feral raccoon.
Okay.
It's a literal trash panda.
Just checking.
Hoofing
Thought I
it,
missed something.
just hanging around.
Just eats garbage.
I
Just
don't
hang
see him
around.
behind me though. He's behind
Just
me.
leaving Fruit
Yeah, he's
Loops
like on your
behind
shoulder,
me.
looking over. Yeah, he's very sneaky, very good at getting in and out of places.
Do I
Does it
notice him there on my shoulder now? Then holy Jesus!
Is he a carrier of rabies? Does he have rabies?
He does
I mean, he
not.
can get rabies if you want.
He
Just
will
curious.
not.
I'm just curious.
I immediately like.
Could be a carrier. Doesn't have to have it, I suppose.
Well, as you're traveling, the second day of nothing going on, you actually come across a ledge of like a cliff. And down below, you can see there's a small village. It seems to be vacant.
Looks like we got a settlement down over there, you guys.
Yeah,
Probably,
that looks a little different from what they've told us back at our settlement. Supposedly we're the last one. That one looks inhabited.
You say it does look somewhat inhabited, doesn't it?
Do we see people?
You don't see anyone, you don't see any creatures, but it looks definitely to be used, and maybe, pretty recently.
I think that's worth checking out.
Yeah, I'd like to check it out.
Sure.
Yeah, it seems.
Do I have
dead ahead
Ziggy
of us.
now?
Yes, you've got your Ziggy the raccoon along with
Okay.
you.
He's just on my shoulders.
Yeah, you take this rodent off of me, Jesus!
He's a gentle
Snuck
guy.
up on me in the night.
He's just
He leaves a
hungry.
banana peel on your
If he
shoulder.
wasn't so damn close to my head, I probably might have damn shot him.
This is the first time we're seeing the raccoon.
Yes.
Could Dr. Garth try to interact hey buddy, what's up? And give a
Yeah.
little pet on its nose or something?
Yeah, absolutely.
He likes animals.
You like animals better than people?
I like animals, yeah.
You won't kill her raccoon.
Who doesn't like animals better than people?
That's true.
Yeah, Garth, why don't you give me an animal handling roll to see how he lets you approach, though?
He is feral, I suppose. 21.
I mean,
God
he's
damn.
somewhat domesticated. He's been living with me, but also in the
He
wild.
accepts your head pats, but he does accept some sort of treat. He has his hand out for a tip.
Wants a cracker.
It's like a grinder
I'm
monkey.
just gonna. I don't know that I have anything on me like that, but let me see if I do. Hold on. I have some rations. Yeah, I'll just slip them a little treat. Yeah.
Snackly.
You're giving that rodent your emergency food.
Hey,
he'll
baby
eat
bird.
literal garbage, man. He'll eat garbage. It's
Can
a
you,
fucking rodent.
Can you lay him some eggs or something?
I'm traveling with a human-sized chicken, man. There's food all around.
Lay him some eggs.
What?
Can you do that?
Just start looking at my guns again.
I guess there's some fact I heard that only a certain percentage of birds actually have penises, and the rest of them actually have to make doing cloaca to cloaca.
Listen,
What kind of bird are you?
let's just focus on the objective here, all right? Let's not get too
Does
just
Trout
pay attention. I got these guns right here, and that's what's important, all right?
I've got a Ford F-150. My dick is small.
does Trout
God
have
damn it! That's
pants?
literally what I drive.
I don't. Let's move on now. Come on.
No, I just wondered if you had pants. Do you have pants,
Seriously.
Trout?
I wear a gun belt.
But no pants. Just feathers?
Listen,
Do you have a cool
yeah,
vest?
I have chaps on and
Okay.
a vest.
Excellent. Maybe we'll
And
get
a
you a
vest.
bolo tie next.
You're dressed like a bird stripper.
I don't know what that is. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Bow, bow, bow.
He instinctively sways his hips a little bit.
Excuse. Sometimes you just gotta shake a tail feather.
That's all I was doing, man. It's a reflexive thing. It just happens. Sometimes you get a little poop.
Just a whoops.
Let's go check the city out.
Yeah, I'm thinking we head down there and see what's going on.
Proceed cautiously, I think.
You come to this city, and there's at the edge of it, this linked fence that actually goes up about 8 feet, and at the top of it, very sharp barbed wire leaning over. It's very makeshift with stakes and boards holding it up on the inside. And you see also that the main entrance is just a couple of blockades, and they've been pushed inward, so it is readily accessible.
Seems
Wander
like
on
we
in.
could just walk right in, yeah. I mean, let's just go. Just check her right out. Go right in.
I think we should maybe walk the perimeter if it's fenced and see what else we can find.
Well, I mean, we came in from a distance. It looked like basically just a little settlement, and here's the way into it, you know?
Could we use your wings and maybe you just kind of pop up again and do some more recon for us?
I mean, you're asking me to fly for you right now?
I am.
All right. I'll do it.
Don't have to twist your arm or anything.
I mean, you don't have a penis, but do you have arms?
What?
What? Ask if he has arms?
He's a bird.
He's-
Does he have arms?
I've been holding these
How is he
guns
using
this
the
whole
guns?
fucking time. What are you talking about?
Maybe
He's got arms and wings.
His arms
okay.
with wings. It's the same. They're both the thing. I fucking fly.
So are your wings arms?
No.
I'm flying right now.
I'm just trying to learn here.
I'm gonna take flight. I'm flying now. I guess I'm gonna fly up above the entrance to the city and scope it out again, see if I can see any other signs of life or obvious like footpaths or anything like that, I guess. Any danger along the
Okay.
perimeter.
Okay. Give me an investigation.
Fucking rolling dog shit again, man. What the fuck?
Damn it.
I got an 8. I'm cursed of 8s. That's 2 dice down.
This was once an occupied settlement, but no longer. It is abandoned.
Hey guys, it still looks pretty abandoned from up here. I think I'm gonna fly down now. Maybe we should just wander in.
All right. Yep. Dr. Garth is gonna hold the gate open to make sure he's the last one in. And just let everyone kind of go in first. Really just posing as a gentleman here.
All right.
Is he posing as a gentleman?
Thing.
So you're just holding the door for everyone,
Yeah, right, exactly.
while you're looking over your shoulder. Okay, he's just suspicious, just a suspicious guy. Entering this community, you see there are several buildings: apothecary, the general store, the little central town hall. It seems to have been upkept from before all of this traumatic outbreak. It's a very small community with maybe no more than 15 buildings altogether.
Can we spot... Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, if there's any kind of stores, could we go in there and see if there's anything useful that we can grab for supplies?
Yep.
Peeking in the windows, you see that these locations have been ransacked. The walls cleared, smashed. Most of anything that was on them is gone or destroyed.
Is there any hospital or med center or pharmacy?
There was the little alchemy area. There was where there would be ingredients and other herbal supplements. But same deal as there's pretty much ransacked shelves, destroyed the counters. It's been beaten and warm.
I guess we better check out all the buildings and see if there's anybody in any of them or anything that looks suspicious, or
Yeah.
any idea what to do next.
Just roam it, building from building. Guns drawn.
Yeah.
Dr. Garth is just going to yell as loud as he
Clear.
can, hello, just in the middle of town square.
I'm gonna get way away from him when he does that.
Hello!
You hear your voice carry for a ways. No response to your call.
I'm going to say it again in every language that I know.
Go ahead.
Well, I don't. Okay, hello. In every language I know. That's Elfish, Goblin, and Infernal.
All right. Roll a perception check.
The 10.
The wind blows and weeds rustle. There's still no response.
Guys, this place really seems abandoned to me. Although, am I alone now? Am I looking around? I'm just alone because they all ran away.
Yeah, you're looking from above, and you're just like, I'm utterly alone.
We're all hiding.
Well,
I guess I'm
everybody
gonna
kind of
head over to.
went into their
another-
separate ways, checking out in buildings.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I just want to poke my head into some of these places.
all right. Go ahead and roll me an investigation.
15.
Again, with all of the shops being destroyed, you see that some of these homes have had the doors kicked in, their shelves of whatever they may have had for food long ago taken and destroyed. But the strange thing is, all of these buildings seem to have been within the last, year or so. So this gate, the settlement, somebody was here for quite a while.
Can we tell if they're trying to keep somebody in or keep somebody out?
You would assume that the walls were to keep out and keep themselves safe, but at some point everything went wrong and the settlement went down.
Is there a cemetery?
You can see that at the far end of town, outside of the fence, are several stone piles and flat earth.
Is there
There-
any at all signs of infection or fungal growth anywhere?
I actually don't see anything that resembles the infection or anything even remotely fungalish.
Is there any sign of if this was a human settlement or what type of creatures lived here?
Oh, you could say that this is a pretty rudimentary civilization, probably human.
So this
And there's no bodies or anything that are just left out?
No bodies.
There's no sign of
You guys think that maybe these people were some of the infected people in that cave?
Was there people in the cave or was there other creatures?
I
Well,
thought
I
it
mean,
was
they were,
just
like,
birds, wasn't it?
Species, yeah.
Kind of yeah, maybe they were just infected bird creatures.
Yeah,
guess.
I think this
I was scared,
this is
man.
more
I
of-
blasted something and ran.
this is more of kind of what we're looking for because it wasn't a human child that wandered into Endergrove that we're trying to see where she came from.
Yes. This could be where that kid came from. That's a good point.
I think we should spend some time here and actually try to figure out what happened. If this is a
Should we
human
dig up-
settlement.
These bodies, do some autopsies.
I'm into that.
That's weird, man. I don't know.
So
Well, I mean, we kind of want to know how these people died, right?
Is there are there any grave markers that say dates or anything? Do we have any idea of how
They
long?
just have different stone piles.
just Karens
s-
all over. Let's dig them up, Frankie. You in?
All right, yeah. Get out my shovel.
Do you have
Yep.
Okay. I was gonna say if you have some spell where you can move Earth, that'd be great.
I don't think I have that.
Damn it.
They just
Nope.
talk to dead. Anybody?
Yeah, I don't have that.
I have
Oh,
zero
except-
magical ability.
No.
We can tell.
I can fly.
Oh man, I'm flying so high right now.
You were almost blind earlier.
We said that was from something else.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Camera's off.
Right. So you haven't necessarily had a chance to investigate all of these buildings. Did you want to continue doing that, or you guys, you're going to dig up these bodies? Desdemona and Trout, what do you guys want to do?
Well, maybe we ought to go check out the rest of them buildings. If they're going to be messing around with dead bodies, which is absolutely not any interest to me at all. Say once you blast them, let them lie, you know?
She's a true
Okay.
gunslinger.
They gross
I'm
me
gonna
out.
go
I'm like, ew.
Once they're dead, what's the point? Get away. Get gross.
I'll go
I'm
with
gonna
you and
check
do
out
that.
some more of these buildings, though. Let's go.
But I'll stay at the door while you go in, and then if there's anything, you can yell, and I'll come help.
You hear the guns go off, you know it's time to get to getting.
I hear squawk.
If you hear that, then that means there's real trouble on.
There's squawking.
Let's get into one of these buildings over here that we haven't checked out.
All right. So, Frankie and Garth, you exit the fenced area, go around to this area now known as the graveyard, and there's several stone piles. Go ahead and roll me an investigation check, please.
17.
14.
14. Upon retrieving the skeletal remains of this human person, I don't think, well, Garth, you have the medical expertise. You can tell, this was a human man, and he seems to have had his head smashed in. There's a huge chunk of the front missing, apparently just destroyed when he was attacked by whatever overtook this community.
Missing or caved in like blunt force trauma, or just completely taken?
Just like caved in, but then just into dust.
Okay, gotcha.
Like the front part of his head is just like destroyed.
There's a hole in this dude's head.
Yeah, it's been crushed quite substantially.
Anything else we can see, or just cause of death, really?
Cause of death, and you find yourself a nice hefty gold ring on his left hand.
Can I investigate that ring further, or just gold ring?
Looking at it, it has
right in your pocket, really.
It has a nice little sigil on there. It's a hefty gold ring. This man was important.
Okay.
We don't recognize the sigil?
It appears to be like a family crest of some sort.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I mean, Frankie, this one just looks like... I mean, you see what I see here. This is his cause of death on his head, and we got this ring.
Okay.
Yeah. Keep digging.
Sure.
Yeah.
Moving on to the next body. Trout and Desdemona, you enter this first building, is what you would call like the town hall. It is the larger building in the center of this community.
Is it boarded or is it locked?
It's not locked. The windows are boarded, but the door opens easily.
Let's go check it out.
I'm gonna have my hands on my guns, but still in the holsters.
For safety.
Yeah, of course.
You take the safeties off while they're in your holster, and you shoot them down, and it's just like a start yourself, like a Tex Avery cartoon.
Tex Avery.
Yosemite Sam.
Classic.
Why don't you guys make also an investigation check?
That's a natural 20.
Oh, nice.
Do you have a modifier on that too?
That'd be 23.
19.
Nice.
Damn. Both good.
Yeah.
All right. Both of you actually notice this multiple trails of traffic coming through here. One heading back into this main room, and then following it, you see that it disappears underneath what looks like floorboards that might open up a hatch. The other into a long hallway.
Which way should we go first?
Man, I don't know. It seems like there's been a lot of movement in here recently. I reckon, I don't want to go below grounds until we're all together, I would say. So maybe we should keep our initial investigation, up here.
I sure somebody might want to play Monopoly.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point, and actually, it actually further proves my my idea about going down the hallway first.
Let's do
I
it.
reckon that's 2 votes solid to the hallway.
Let's do it.
My guns are out now.
I'm sorry.
She said something about the Monopoly kid, and it
Immediately
Shivers
got
down your
uncomfortable.
I'm scaring the
guns
bird.
just drifted slowly out of my holsters.
So I don't
Better
think we
safe
should
than
do
sorry. I
that.
figure I better get these guys out.
So head down the hallway, and you can see that there is a shimmering object down at the end. A faint light coming in, crack in the window. It glints red. There are a couple doors, one on either side of this hallway.
Can I see what that object is down there? It's just something shining in my eye.
It's dark, and unfortunately, without dark vision, Birdman,
I ain't got it.
I do.
Desdemona, you see a sparkling ruby.
Like just on the floor?
It is attached to a wooden, emblem on the wall.
So it's attached to the wall, or it's like...
Yeah, it's like art attached to the wall, and this ruby is just glinting, a slight glint from this light coming through a crack in the wall.
Okay, so it
So
doesn't,
you're just like
it doesn't
getting
look like
this
it's
light just,
unnatural?
shiny. No, it looks like this was once just an art piece.
Can I take my dagger and pry it off?
I will have you roll a investigation check real quick to see if you can get that, like, any good way to get in there and remove it.
Well, that would be an 8.
It seems like you could probably just as easily scoop it out with your hands.
Oh, I can just pick it up? Can I...
Yeah.
Do I have some... I'd rather not touch it. Just in case, because strange jewels that haven't been looted like everything else make me a little bit nervous, but... If I can, like, use my shirt to pick it up and throw it in my pouch or my backpack or whatever.
Okay, so you're gonna use it like kind of like you're picking up dog poop, like just turn your bag inside out and
Yep. Then we can
It's
take
not
it
gonna
outside
raw
and look at
dog
it.
it.
put,
Yeah.
just put gloves on. Where are
Wait,
you?
why
at
are
the-
we stealing the magic rock?
It's a pretty
lonely-
rock.
lonely
It's
stone.
magic.
Is
Don't
it
you like
magic?
pretty
That's pretty-
rocks?
I don't know. It's a lonely stone, is what it is.
Yeah, now it's not lonely anymore.
Nice shimmery ruby. Randy's
Randy Wish.
Trout, where are you on all this? How close are you staying to Desdemona?
I guess I'm just kind of. I mean, I'm keeping an eye on these doors. I'm standing there. You said there were 2 doors. I'm standing like this, guns on either side, just waiting for these suckers to open. I dare them to open them doors up.
So in the middle of this hallway.
Yep.
Yep. Okay. Why don't both of you guys make a dexterity saving throw? As picking up the ruby, you hear a.
Got me an
17.
18.
Hearing that click give you enough time, both of you are able to duck as this long, 15-foot log comes swinging down from above. It at first looked like part of the ceiling, but it clicked and dropped these pins, letting it loose and swing down. You can see that this is easily somewhere where you can get nice chunk of your head smashed in.
Good thing we both still got our heads. How's your hat?
Yeah, that was lucky. That was a lucky break. Yeah, let's remember that next time we see a lonely stone.
Never.
She still got it, so I mean,
Yeah.
Ooh, just barely got out of that.
Well, I guess we should open these doors then and see what else is back here.
Yeah, sure, why not, I guess.
Carefully.
Carefully. In one room appears to be an office, a desk, a couple of paintings. You see that the drawers are pulled out, papers thrown everywhere. There's a small pool of dried blood across the front of the desk. Also appears to have been some conflict in this room. Across the hall, a bed, a dresser, armoire, a small humidor where once there were nice cigars. This was the mayor, the town leader. This was most likely their place.
Well, he left that jewel behind.
What else
Looks
he's
like
got?
he bugged her out of here, though.
We
At the
should
foot of
probably.
the bed, a chest. It's locked.
Can I pick it?
If you've got some thieves' tools, you can go ahead and try.
Can I check for traps first?
You can do that too. Go ahead and roll investigation.
That would be 20, not nat.
It appears this is just a regular chest. Also not a mimic from just a quick wrap on the top. So everything seems to be on the up and up.
Alright, so I have to use tools. And what do I need to roll then? Was dexterity?
Your dexterity check.
18.
The chest pops open. You can see that
Nice.
there's
What's
a
in there?
handful of gold, 100 gold pieces, as well as a small opal, and you see that there is a book bound in leather with a lock on it.
Okay. Why don't you hold on to this gold?
Oh, alrighty then.
And I'm
I
gonna
don't
put
mind if I
the
do.
I'll put the opal with the ruby the same way I did that one. I'm still not touching them. And then I want to look at the I think we should look at this book. It's locked.
It's funny,
like a
your
diary?
fear about the stones is very strange. You're afraid of the stones themselves and not the consequences of taking them. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird to me.
Well, my experience tells me to just be careful.
Well, I don't know. Again, like the thing almost killed us because actually, once again, you've proven the opposite point. In fact, that taking the stone is dangerous because we almost died.
Are you thinking this much now when you don't think at all before you just shoot people who can help us figure this stuff out?
Listen, you weren't there, okay? And I won't stand here while you accuse me of being like not a good adventurer or whatever. That man was about to steal my soul out with his mushroom hands, so I blasted him a couple times on the face and skedaddled.
Do you want to find out what's in this book or not?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, let's take a look at it.
Can you lockpick this?
Probably. Do I need to?
It's got a simple lock on the front of it. Its key is somewhere.
Should we see if we can find the key? Let's do that.
Rifle around. We rifle around in here some more?
Mm-hmm.
You've rifled around quite enough in the
Oh,
bedroom,
okay.
but if you head back to the office area, you might be able to find something again. So
Yeah,
if you want to do
let's take
that,
it with.
roll me another investigation check.
I had a 15.
Hell, man. Jesus Christ. I got a 5.
Trout, you almost run into that big log in the hallway again. You're just
This place is a fucking nightmare, man. It's goddamn human resources. Goddamn nightmare. Christ's sake. Can't believe this is a civil building.
You find a lone key inside the desk, stuck up inside of one of the drawers. Like there's a ledge where you rifle around and you were able to find this small key hidden away.
Okay, let's unlock that book.
Unlocking this, it appears to be the man's diary. And, I mean, it's full of a lot of exploits of the town kind of building up, and the last couple of entries you notice are talking about a passage underneath the village for escaping in case they were overrun by a neighboring tribe of hobgoblins.
That's pretty interesting. We should probably take...
What does it say?
We should... Well... It tells a whole bunch of
I
stories.
didn't read it.
That's okay. We'll take it back to the other people in our group, and we'll look at it together so that we can all decide if we're going to go down this tunnel or not, because I think they might have escaped through that hatch right there in the floor.
Oh, okay. That would make sense because of all the footprints that are going that direction, too.
So I think that we should probably go
Well-
back to the others. Go meet up with them.
Yeah, we're gonna... Yeah, we'll see what they found playing with all of them dead bodies.
Is there anything else in that office before we go? I mean, I know that there's blood on the front of the desk. Do we see a weapon or anything?
There's no weapon. There's an quill and ink pot and the usual of what you would find in somebody's office drawers. Parchment, a few notes kept, a silly drawing of a banana eating a person instead of the other way around.
Simple art.
Do you want this
Doodles.
picture? Do you want to
Just
keep this
doodles.
picture? I'm gonna stick that in your
Yeah,
bag.
let's hold on to the banana eating the man. That's funny. I think we could return to that later and just, for a good laugh, maybe something sad happens.
Reference for some tattoos in the future.
Yeah, that's actually a really good idea, I suppose, although I don't reckon I'll be getting any tattoos anytime soon. Cause I'm
Oh, that'd be
covered in
awesome.
tattoos,
Just a
but-
banana and then like peel the man so you see like the front skeleton. That'd be badass.
You could get
That's
it right on
fucking
your
rad,
beak.
man. That's so rad.
Oh, I was talking to my buddy the other day about tattooing your teeth.
Ugh.
Ooh, yeah.
What?
Oh, no way, man.
I have
That
a
sounds
buddy who
awful.
does that.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Back
Gross.
to Frankie
thank
and
you.
Garth. You exhumed another body from its grave, finding that this is actually one of a small child.
No.
Hmm.
What
Garth, from
can we
its
see
appearance,
from
you
it?
can see that its arms been twisted and broken as if it had been grabbed and dragged. You can see that there's also blunt force trauma to its head.
Is it similar to the other head injury, or
It's been, yes, like caved in with some sort of mighty force.
yeah, Frankie? This one looks
Okay.
like it was tortured almost, and then beat. Nothing else in the grave, just the bones
Just the bones and a teddy bear.
and teddy bear.
Hmm.
That's a sad one.
Yeah.
Are we in earshot to the other members of the party, or are we just
No.
No,
You're far
okay.
separate. Yep, you're on the outsides of the fence here.
Okay.
Well, we should probably try to meet up with them.
Yeah, we're not
Anyways.
really finding much here. Just
And
everyone
after
seems
digging
to
up
have
a
head
child's
injuries.
grave, it seems very depressing.
Yes, I agree.
All right. So, meeting up again, go ahead and roll a perception check while the two of you are moving back to the front of this outpost.
14.
19.
Garth, out of the corner of your eye, you see some movement on the ledge of the cliff that you were looking down when you first noticed this community. It's just a shadow, real quickly, and it seems far enough away not to be a problem right now.
I'm gonna just kind of go to Frankie, just kind of quietly, just saw something up there, let her know, so we're both aware of it.
Keeping an eye out.
Yeah. As we try to get back to the other group.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You're not really sure where they are entering the community, so
Can I just go,
plan-
caw, caw? Try to throw a signal out there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at Dez and be like, is he fucking serious right now? Does he realize how goddamn racist that is?
I was thinking too. I'm just embarrassed for him.
Oh my god. Me too, man, really. Thank God it's me, Not my pappy. He'd have just had it. That'd have been it.
Maybe when we
He was
get
an
over
old
there, you
school
should make some
Birdman.
coughing sounds like you're sick. That would be his call, I guess.
I think, I don't know, man. Sometimes you just, what's the point even? Some people you can't even change.
So, Trout and Dez, were you looking to explore the hatch now, leading downward, or were you planning on just exiting and trying to meet up with your companions?
That's what I think we
let's
should
get
do.
him. Meet him up. I heard him screaming. We might as well go check and see what that was all
Yeah, there might be something wrong.
Exiting the
we're-
building, you see Garth with his hands, cupping his mouth and cawing into the sky. And why don't you all make a perception check while coming out and checking everything, see if it's safe.
It's a 7.
That's a nat 1,
That's more like
22.
it.
which makes it a
Right.
4, though.
23.
Peering around Frankie, Trout, you're seeing that this encampment seems like it might be surrounded by what looks like hidden hobgoblins. You swear out of the corner of your eye you saw them for a brief second, but they appear to be cloaked somehow. You notice the same shape moving across the ledge. When you're explaining this to your compatriots, it seems like you've noticed it before.
You guys, I think we're fucked.
I think I'd like to tell them about the diary and what I found in there, and that there's probably an escape through that hatch, maybe. And that probably the people that they found, I'm assuming they're going to tell us about their finding. They may have been killed by those hobgoblins that they talk about in the diary.
So, you're saying we should fly out the trapdoor into the exit tunnel?
I think that's probably our best bet if there's enemies and suspicious creatures watching us from the hill.
Yeah, and we don't know how many.
Let's do it, man. Let's cheese it the fuck out of here.
As you're having this conversation, you see this red dot raise up, and you see right in between the eyes of the raccoon. And we'll call it there for this week.
Oh no!
Kyle?
Do not. For your marriage, Kyle.
I'll forget all about it.
Why don't you just
It's already in
sleep
my
on the
notes, man.
couch?
Well,
Aw.